Well, here it is. It's finally happening. The thing I've always wanted to do. We can finally do it. However, this is not what I wanted to start on. This is not even close of a good note to start on. Well, you read the title. Let's get into it. So, before we begin, I want to say I'm very sorry for the quality of the footage. There's not much I could do. I mean, I guess I could have found a Wii emulator and the ROM for the game. However, I'm sure I'd have to go to some pretty shady friggin' sites to find that. So I just stuck with the natural gameplay. Anyway, Mythmaker's Super Kart GP is one of the worst kart racers ever. I mean, it's the lowest of the low. It's the bottom of the barrel. It's not good, and here's why. Now listen, I've played my fair share of kart racers. I used to own Mario Kart before I eventually lost it, but even then, I've played others outside of that. And this one. Oh boy! This one's a whole different story. I mean, look at it! Look at it! Alright, so the first thing I guess we can start off with is graphics. Already, you can see this did not age well at all. It's so just... something about it, it's completely off. I mean, it looks good on like a past-gen console, like freaking a N64 or something like that. But this is 2006. This game released in 2007 from the company DDI. I have not had any past experience with DDI, nor any knowledge of what they've done in the past, if any at all. However, yeah, it's shortly after the Wii was released, and, you know, you're still trying to figure out all of the... how good looking we can get it to be. Yeah, but it just hasn't aged well, period. Second thing to note, the gameplay. Even going back into... even just looking at the footage, I'm just absolutely want to die. It looks awful. There's nothing fun about it. I mean, I wish I could say it has potential. But really, it's only the bottom of the barrel, and you can't get much better. It just can't get better. There's nothing you can do to make this any better. Also, apparently, there's a series of Mythmakers. Again, I have not looked into the DDI company, nor the Mythmaker series. All I'm doing right now is the basic research for this video, as well as playing the game for 30 minutes. That's how long it took for me to get that footage. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for 30 minutes, get 30 minutes of footage, and I'm done. I hate this game with a burning passion. Absolutely hate it. Funny thing is that I've had this since since I had a Wii. This has been around since I was a kid. I mean, I guess it was because of that colorful design that I actually grew towards it. However, that didn't help at all because children are attracted to colors. I mean, what more do you want me to say? Go play a better game. Secret Rings is better than this. Secret Rings, in my opinion, controls better than this jank. Let that sink in. For those who don't know what Secret Rings is, I'm referring to Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is basically an endless runner, except you still have a goal. All you have to do is turn the Wii remote side to side, and that's basically how you control Sonic. But even then, that game controls better than this. Now, speaking of controls, you have the basic control scheme of 2 to accelerate, turning is the Wii remote, and 1 is to stop and reverse. Or that's what it's supposed to do. Instead,
this game controls like jank. It's god awful. Even if the slightest turn, you'll find yourself sliding like you're on ice. And just why?
you see that? It doesn't even register. It didn't even register because I was pressing 1. I was holding 1. There was nothing that was happening. I was just standing still like an idiot. It did not. You had the time. I mean, there's no like big releases or anything. You had time to patch out the controls. You had time to make this game not rushed. But you did it anyway. You released that stuff on store shelves. Alright. On to mechanics, I guess. Okay, so by now I'm sure you've noticed the golden stars and the silver stars. The golden stars are supposed to unlock more characters. And what I've heard is that the silver stars are supposed to unlock your special ability. However, for some reason, the developers didn't take the time to code in the silver star counting, and they decided, no, that's not going to happen at all. So the only time you get your special ability unlocked is through the tutorial. Now then, I tried to look into this, and maybe I found something that the reason for this. It's that you actually have to complete a time attack mode, like any course as a character to unlock their special ability for whatever reason. Now then, in my opinion, I think that should all be, out from the get-go. Then again, I have not looked into the time attack mode nor any further into the special abilities, so yes, this is a very bare minimum episode. But can you blame me? Can you really blame me?
So surprisingly, there's 2 versions of this game. I just got unlucky and got the Wii version. Sorry for the terrible lighting, here it is. In all its god-awful glory. But it seems like the PS2 version is much better, so if you're interested, go all for it. Make sure you have the PS2 though. Just do not subject yourself from that torment.
There was a guy that did this for 4 hours. 4 hours of his life was spent on this game. Not the Wii version, mind you. Alright, past that. There's no story at all, for one. I mean, that's kind of expected from a kart racer, but, would have been fun to see if they did something interesting. Here we are. I mean, I guess there is a slight story mode if you want to count the Grand Prix, because, I mean, you're not going to get past it. You're just not going to get past it, because the AI, it turns it turns corners on the drop of a dime. There's no chance of you winning. Meanwhile, you're still over here with slippery controls, spinning out of control, losing your mind, wondering why you're still living. If there's anything, I guess there's more difficulties. Just go beginner. Go beginner and go through the whole game. Don't even try. You know what? A better solution is to not even buy the game.
I don't know, that's just an idea. I'm gonna burn this now. See ya.
Granted, I was playing on expert mode, so it's kind of partly my fault, but either way, you're still not going to win on beginner. You really are not. You'll have to be the luckiest man alive to hope the AI screws itself over. And that's all 7 AIs. Together they combine one magnum opus of death. So you basically still have no chance anyway. Now listen, yeah, it can be boiled down to, oh, you just suck. Well, you see, is it really just me? I mean, for those who've played the game themselves, you know what I'm talking about. You know, although I hardly doubt anyone has played this, and good, keep it that way. But seriously, just no.
Yep, that's it. That's all I have to say about this game. So I wasn't kidding when I said I was gonna go burn it. So yeah, here we go. Let's light it up, shall we? We'll be roasting marshmallows tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. I never want to come back to it again. Don't pick it up. Do not, if you find a copy, do not touch it. I swear it's cursed. I swear it is. And if you really want to, save yourself the headache and get the PS2 version. It's probably better anyway. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, welcome to the new series, The Game Shelf, where I'm gonna go through, games, you know? Something I've been wanting to do, or some format of that I've wanted to do for a matter of years, but the net never found how to do it, or, you know, the reason to do it. It's different, it's interesting, I really want to try it, see how this works out. And honestly, with this game, I probably didn't even need as much footage as I did, because I mean, even in the first 16 minutes that I gathered, you can see enough there is. You have all the tutorial completed, you have the, you know, and then the next one is just the cup. I probably could just use the cup footage, but I wanted to show that 5th training spot to show how it shows the silver stars working, and then when you get to the actual game, it doesn't actually work. So, I mean, that was more pain for me. You're welcome. Anyway, that's it. Let me know how you like the series down below. Maybe I'll need some therapist and maybe some friends to help me out next time. I don't know. But I can agree. I can say next time won't be as bad as this one. Might even have a little bit more because I mean I've had somewhat fun with it in the past, but I'm rambling at this point. I won't keep you for much longer. Thanks for watching. Social media is in the link below. Don't forget to join the Discord server. You know, got a shameless plug somewhere. You know, and 555 adventures are never coming. Period. You're welcome. Goodbye.